Morning. Saturday, I think it's the 9th, I'm not sure. So we've got a very makeshift read today. We're going to do the same as we did before. It's very early, so I'm talking quiet, so you might have to turn the volume up. I'll pick a significator that's random. So I've got that crossroads card. Take a different path, the one less travelled. Because, what do we say? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. So, here we go. Let's see. And there it is in the second part, so we know we're on the right track. Sweet spot. The elections didn't go well for the supreme leader. Lies, deceit and theft. Can you see that? Not everything is black and white. It's the Ace of Swords. But it's in reverse. Mind games. Feeling isolated and alone outside of the pack. Doing things differently. This is feeling half erased, lonely in a room full of people, isolated. 5 years feeling a lack. Something's missing. But success is coming. It may be through the bees. So look and see what a bee means in your animal totems. You've got the panda, the wolves and the bees. Oh dear. Now we've got Aries and we know that's all over the chart. I ain't doing the chart because I might do the chart. I'll have a look if I have time. So Aries, the Emperor, 4 and 31. We decided that was Harry or Henry and Audrey Hepburn, didn't we? So it's father figure, bosses, government officials, etc. And like I said, it's not going well for Keir Starmer. It's their way or the highway. Dictatorship. But justice will be served. 11. Casey, Daniel. That's open enemies, Libra, partnerships, legal matters, and Leo, or Taurus in this case, and the Ox, but it's usually a Leo card. 8 or 26 in reverse. Power struggles. Somebody trying to control you, and it's a heavy burden. Cowardice. There we have it. Remember, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different outcome. We have to stop wasting our time, energy and breath banging our head against a brick wall to this situation. It's pointless. There will be a declaration soon. Let's hope it's his resignation. But it seems that legal matters will take place. Something's going to make us very happy. Possibly in addition to the family unit, or it could be at the end, a happy end to an emotional situation. 10 months. Yeah, we are now open to this, any opportunity that comes our way. We're not being apathetic and bored anymore. We're not accepting things as they are. We're open to the new. We're going to take action on it. That could be head and face injuries. 8 and 26 says Ian David Penny. I've done it again. I'm going to have to keep going there. Use the same deck, which is quite strange. Pretty sure I have. Yeah, I have. So you're going to get an extra rare. Codependent situation. You're in something because you have to be, not because you want to be. The title, stagnation, not standing on your own 2 feet, fear of the future. So putting extra time into earning money, so doing extra hours, or making yourself ill over it. Grandparents, illness, hospital doors, the abdomen, the intestines. 9 or 27. Millie, Mike, Darren, Susan, Julie, Reese and Chanel. If you face the chaos head on, then we have the Aquarius energy. There'll be hope, healing and freedom. So Virgo there, Aquarius there. Don't forget, don't dim your light, because you are the guardian light for others. And that thing that you thought was annoying and difficult turns into a beautiful pearl. 17, Fred and David. We've got David more than once there. Face the chaos head on, and then there'll be hope, healing and freedom. Don't clam up. And you've got Scorpio energy, a woman not in control of her emotions. It doesn't have to be a Scorpio. Any or all of what I say is true. She is drained, unhappy, emotional energy. And that's the apple tree, 7 of Pentacles. We have to reassess, reevaluate, cut away what no longer serves us. In some way, whatever we've done, intentionally or unintentionally, has brought us to this point. And this is karmic energy. Finish what you started and do what's right. Don't repeat the past, because this could affect the family. There could also be problems with vehicles. The vehicle could be your body or an actual car, motorcycle, whatever. It's mechanical problems, speeding tickets, parking fines. And there's no freedom here because that I always see that as Free Willy, the whale. So 7 or 25. Yeah. Right, we will do another deck now. It's a Cancer energy. So a lot of major arcanas. So we've got look for where you've got it in the chart. Virgo is negative. Aquarius is positive. Taurus is negative. Possibly Leo. Aries is definitely negative. Yeah, it's that thought pattern again. You're trapped in that mental prison of your own making. 8 weeks. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. There is no one there to use those swords, even if you think there is. They're long gone. So don't overthink it. Analysis paralysis. Don't be afraid to pull off that blindfold. And there it is in its own read again. Take a different path. You are standing at a crossroads and it's time to choose differently. We don't want to go insane, do we? There's Leo energy. She is the drama queen this time. Violet, Elizabeth. The flowers, the violets. Dennis Waterman, Bonnie Langford. The drama queen of any gender or sign, who screams and screams and screams until they're sick if they don't get what they want. High maintenance. And mind games again. Then we've got Gemini. Doris and Martin, 1 and 28. It's mental illness, confusion, mind games, like I said, tricks, trickery, criminal activity even. Siblings and children. And there she is again. Same lady, a different deck. She is drained. She cannot keep going like this. Possibly it's someone that drinks. Reproductive organs and shared resources. Yeah, wrong team. Failed in some way because of the foundations. The foundations weren't strong enough to start with. Failed studies even, especially universities. And that's the card we don't like in the reverse. This is a bloodbath. So violence. I think we are going to see some of that, especially in England. More violence. Somebody who wants to win at all costs and they don't care how they do it. But what they don't realise is no one will win that. And then we have the choice. We've made a choice, now we must stick to it. We must pick a side. We're no longer in denial. We're no longer making excuses for people or protecting people. We're no longer waiting for the facts. And we have good and generous friends, possibly females in uniform. An improvement in finance and career. Taurus energy. So anyone in uniform, anybody of a darker complexion, but a good friend at the very least. Yeah, fear is tomorrow. Putting things off until tomorrow that should be done today. Don't want to look a fool. Lord Mayor of London. Number 22, Katie and Zoe and Richard. So there is a chance here of looking a fool, but you've got to risk it anyway. Step off that cliff and make your wings on the way down, but not today. And we've got them all now. We've got Pisces. This is the victim. This is the martyr. So somebody is going to be made a martyr, possibly in a violent way. Unfortunately, and with that violence there, it could again be another assassination attempt somewhere. Somebody will go to prison. But it is a need to put your boundaries in place and learn to say no. Put yourself on a priority list. Pisces energy, Paul. Heartbreak, sorrow, loss and separation. There will be pain. Possibly issues with the heart, minor surgery needed. But it is healing. Nick and Helen. Something dies and then we mourn. So we're not prepared to come out of our comfort zone right now, but we need to because we need to take a different path. This is reproductive organs and shared resources again. So the Scorpio energy is strong in the minor and the major. So something has to end, something has to die. And then the change can take place. There you go. Number 10. And that's what I was thinking about because we've just had the results in. Number 10, a run of good luck. Something positive comes from this. So, Jacqueline, Oscar, Richard, and a gathering, a celebration, 3 months. Knowledge is gained. And there's the opportunity. When it comes your way, you must grab it. So once in a lifetime, sometimes, opportunity this, a gift from God. Within a year, should you choose to take it, a new home, a new life, a new enterprise, a new career, it will pay off. You've got to nurture it. Yeah. So, 7 of Arrows is the Thursday night card. It's the one that takes the credit. So like again we've said, someone could be stealing physical credit from you, like credit cards or money, or trying to take credit for what you've achieved. And that has to stop. And funny enough, that brings us back to the crossroads. So whichever way we turn, we're always going to come back to this crossroads. We have to realise that the definition of insanity, and his head is on fire, he is totally insane, is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. We must change the way we think and do something differently. So, I brought some cards. The runes, I've got the bullet points. I didn't bring the book because I didn't have enough room. So, you can look it up there. Just Google the rune and see its full meaning. Because I would suggest that you do read that. It will give you a lot more information. The message I give you is interpreted in your minds in totally different ways. Because there's so many of you. Number 3. This was in reverse there. It's the Fawn. New beginnings, but there has to be a willingness to take them and the opportunities that come your way. So there it is. That's what this is all about, is doing things differently and accepting the opportunities that Spirit has given you. So, number 3, the Fawn. children as well, and siblings, the fawn, children. The fawn is a beginning that you will encounter. You must welcome it with open arms. This represents the energies of forever motion, progress and completion. Everything is a never-ending cycle of flow into one another, where there is no start, no finish. Fawn represents the welcoming of a new beginning. Here we have it, Ace of Pentacles. A new way of thinking, a new way of being, and a new way of seeing life. Because you're not on the right path and you're not in control. Many worlds coexist within our own, and many beings reside there waiting to help us if we ask. We must allow ourselves to welcome new opportunities, and we're not doing that because we're shut off from spirit who want to help us. We must allow ourselves to welcome new opportunities and keep open minds to new beginnings, even if it pushes the boundaries of our logic, left brain thinking. We must learn to apply this way of truly seeing when approaching anything new for us to fully allow growth on any level, whether that be emotional, because she needs emotional growth, spiritual or mental, and there is a lot of confused minds here. Entering into anything new can be overwhelming, stressful, even traumatic. However, the more we learn to understand things from a different viewpoint, which is that when we turn it up on its end, so we must be prepared to turn our world upside down, or even just allow without understanding at all. The more we allow the change to happen, change can happen whether we like it or not. There's the change, the Wheel of Fortune. But it always has the same outcome. It shifts us to a different place where we have the opportunity to learn and grow. We cannot control what happens to us, or we're out of control, but we can control our reactions to it. We either embrace it and accept it fully, or we resist, and we must resist hard. The decision is always yours, but know this, when you do not know what is on the other side, there is always the possibility of it being a positive experience, so don't doubt your capabilities of navigating your way through. And then we'll have a rune. Just one card. Jaraz in the reverse, so it's the yin yang. This is the Seven of Swords, so the results of your earlier efforts are realised. So it's karma, a time of peace and happiness, but only if, because this is in reverse, you accept. If you do, happiness and a fruitful season. It can break through stagnancy to hopes and expectations, which is that of peace and prosperity. It's up to you to embrace that opportunity. The final card, I'll just have one of these little ones. One little card. There we go. Reconsider your options. Look at that. The modern stone, the standing stone. It says it again. It's got the Hagalaz on there as well, the rune Hagalaz. So look up that as well. Because that is to hell and back. So you may have to go to hell and back. Hear me. That's what you get for makeshift cameras. They're still there. So to hell and back. Oh.